Stars. The late Thomas Kingston was 56th in line to the throne, but there have been some specific blind items that have discussed him in a most troubling way. First, speaking of questions, one big one is who punched the guy in waiting? Were the bruises too noticeable the other day to go out in public? Then we have the story goes that the now unalive guy had something to do with the abdominal injuries of you know who. When all of this comes out, it's going to be one huge story. Now, commenters have stated that the guy suffered from PTSD from surviving multiple self-harm bombs in Iraq working for the Foreign Office. This is a coordinated smear campaign by the Sussexes and proxies to damage Prince William's reputation and force him either out of the throne or them back in. They are broke and cornered rats are dangerous. All these rumors seem to come from stateside, curiously. Another person adds, I'm going to throw this possibility into the ring. Perhaps our favorite has Crohn's disease or suffered an ectopic pregnancy or some lesser known affliction. Maybe an infection was involved. MRSA is tough to bounce back from. Who knows? Also, Prince Harry's corn name is Prince Sugar. I don't believe that. Another commenter adds, I've said it before. Being a royal is hard. It is high pressure. There's so much expectation, so much to live up to. You're under a microscope. The watchful eye of the public is always on you. So if you F up, it's going to be amplified, publicly discussed. You'll be publicly shamed in the most humiliating way possible. The perks aren't all that great anymore. You get to attend some functions, but you also have to pay for all that gear, so you better have money. Making money can make a person look shady. I hope you don't have any disgruntled clients, customers, employees, or your business doesn't seem sleazy or opportunistic or exploitative, which, let's be real, most are to make the person at the top money. So if you didn't inherit the money, good luck. There was a time when being in a certain class ensured a good position. Royalty is an anachronism, an anomaly. It might get your foot in the door, but you can't coast on it. But you have to still keep up appearances. I think most of them now don't have as much money as their lives require, and it's a problem. Going out and hustling is a bad look for royalty. Lady Gabriella Windsor was probably raised in a very particular way. She actually looks sweet, but her husband probably felt pressure to give her the life she used to have, a life her parents can no longer afford. Wow. And a pew-pew was found near the body. So what? Was there residue on his hand? He was locked inside himself. His dad had to break down the door to get in, so self-harm. Third commenter, he pew-pewed himself in a locked outbuilding at his parents' large country home. They'd all had lunch together. Then his dad went out to walk the dogs. When he returned, Tom's mother said she hadn't seen Tom since lunch. That's when they began to search for him, finding the outbuilding locked from the inside. And unable to get any response from inside, they forced entry and found him unalive. Oh, how traumatic. His father has something to do with Ukraine, and his mother-in-law's Russian lover was assassinated a few years back. Another commenter says he was doing diplomatic work in Iraq in the Aughties. War gives some people mental problems that seem dormant for years until they can't take it anymore. Could explain things as much as anything more recent. Stars. According to Spain's Marca, Thomas Kingston's final days revealed before his untimely unaliving at 45 years old. Kingston was married to Lady Gabriella Windsor, who is 56th in line to the throne. the royal family was handed another shock to follow the news of Kate Middleton's surgery and King Charles III's cancer, as Thomas Kingston, the husband of Lady Gabriella Windsor, passed away at 45. Emergency services were called to his property in Gloucestershire on Sunday, February 25th, where he was found unalive. Initial police investigations report that the unaliving is not suspicious. One of the friends of the pair said that they were spotted at a National Gallery event in London just days earlier and that they seemed happy and positive, as per the Daily Mail. Other friends added that the unaliving was shocking and they didn't see it happening, and that they also can't understand how it's happened so suddenly. The unaliving also attracted the attention of the king and queen, who were photographed at an event with Camilla for the 400th anniversary of William Shakespeare's First Folio. The king and the queen have been informed of Thomas's unaliving and join Prince and Princess Michael of Kent and all those who knew him in grieving a much-loved member of the family. A memo from Buckingham Palace on their behalf read, "In particular, their majesties send their most heartfelt thoughts and prayers to Gabriella and to all the Kingston family." Who was Thomas Kingston, an alumni with the University of Bristol in southwest England. Kingston worked for the Diplomatic Missions Unit of the Foreign Office, where he famously helped secure the release of hostages in Iraq. He then changed his career to work in finance and became engaged to his now widowed wife in 2018 after a brief relationship with Pippa Middleton, the sister of the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton. They had privately agreed to marry at the Isle of Sark in August, and their marriage took place just under a year later at St. George's Chapel, located at Windsor Castle, in May 2019. The unalive Queen Elizabeth II and her unalive husband, Prince Philip, also attended the ceremony. It is with the deepest sorrow that we announce the unaliving of Thomas Kingston, our beloved husband, son, and brother, Kingston's family said. Tom was an exceptional man who lit up the lives of all who knew him. His unaliving has come as a great shock to the whole family, and we ask you to respect our privacy as we mourn his passing.